I want to start with a number. 85 million people. 85 million people volunteered for one of the world's 100 million, oh, sorry, I'm going crazy, 10 million NGOs. And they all did this because they were seeking the power to make a positive change. Well, I've been working with small charities in Uruguay and then Brazil since 1998. I began when I was 28. Yes, I'm old. And it's been very interesting. I have worked with around 40 organizations, and I was filled with the hope thinking that I was really going to dig in. My guess, what I learned from a lot of these were many different messages, because I've worked in projects ranging from domestic violence to helping build a public playground for inner city children, to learning and teaching cooking to psych patients so that they would have a skill when they got out. Recently, I've been writing grants for the HIV/AIDS community. So I've seen and I've learned a lot. And I've seen a lot of success. I've seen a lot of great things come out of all this. But I'll be quite honest, I've had my heart broken many times. And a lot of these disappointments were caused because the people running the organizations didn't have the basic ability of business management. They didn't balance their books correctly. They didn't save for a rainy day. They depended on one major source of income, many common mistakes. So I would get so frustrated and wonder, why aren't they taking advantage of the free government courses specifically for NGOs, online courses, go to the small business association in the town and find some partnerships with local accountants and business leaders to get some guidance, get more information. And I stepped back and I had to realize, they had given up on learning. They had totally given up on learning. So I understand now that the key to helping people transform their own lives is to show them that we can never stop learning. We must continue to learn at every opportunity we can. And today, we need education that inspires and evokes more and more learning. Now, I'm going to take a step back, and I'd like to discuss the foundations of education. Teachers and education, a good education anyway, should teach us how to learn, how to take in information, and how to use it. So which of the assets, of educational assets, would you say have the highest return on investment? Well, research repeatedly tells us that the number one asset of any school or any institution are teachers. Their care for students, their ability to inform, interpret, transmit information. It makes them extremely valuable and something we must treasure. So we have to understand that education is also changing. Teachers are no longer just giving information out. Kids today on their cell phones, right? You get any infinite amount of knowledge within seconds. So teachers have become facilitators of learning. And it's fascinating because as the students learn, the teachers and the other people in the school have opportunities to learn. Learning builds on learning. So there's another asset that's important, and that's infrastructure and safe environment. Now, when I say safe environment, I'm not talking about just physical harm, safety from the obvious physical elements, but I'm talking about a place where students can question, can argue, can experiment, and where that's encouraged. But of course, the next part is infrastructure. A good infrastructure is important. Yeah, you can study in a moldy old room in somewhere, or rooms without doors that I've seen in South America, or a thatched roof hut. But let's be honest. The level of discovery will not be the same without access to technology, running water, air conditioning, a plethora of things that we take absolutely for granted. So let's look at that. To provide all of these basics that we expect makes education very costly. So what do you think about your country's public school system? Do you think it's free? Well, I'll be honest, it's not. As we can see above, it costs a lot. Teacher salaries, maintenance, plumbing, water bills, light bills, everything has to be paid. And for the public system, it's the government that pays, right? But where does the government get their money? Us. Gets it from all of us, all of our relatives, all of our friends, all of our neighbors, all of our political contrarians. Because they get it from property tax, income tax, death tax. Yes, there's a death tax. Sales tax on everything we buy. And there's no secret formula for private schools like this one. We have the same bills of any other school, actually a few more, because of the expertise that parents expect in an institution like ours. So everything this school pays for and other private schools pay for come from tuition. So anything extra has to come from generous donations from the community. So either way you go, the cost of education is high, but it's a worthy investment. The grand arc shows us that the social cohesion we gain is so powerful, and it commits and connects to all the information and good that we are going to contribute back into life. And for you guys, students in particular, your career arc is something that will guarantee the maintenance of this demanding financial cycle to support education for generations to come. So, I guess that's all kind of heavy. I have some good news. Education plus money equals power. Is that radical? Does that sound harsh or radical to some of you? But isn't that actually the formula for power? The power to make healthy choices, the power to have options, the power to make contingencies so that you can take chances. You can go out there and fail, but you'll learn from your experiences and you'll try again. And being able to develop this is the most wonderful experience, and to know that you will be able to get back up. I keep thinking that if some of the charities I had worked with had known about this formula, embraced this formula, so many things would be different for many, many people. So what I'm trying to say is that with education and learning, we have the power to make a positive impact of exponential growth in our societies. We can help people get training. We can create the jobs. We can even change public policy. Because as Nelson Mandela, the powerful change maker from South Africa, said, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. So here's what I want you to do. Take action. Take action. Start where you are. Talk to your school, wherever you're in school. Find out about their financial health and their future plans. How can you impact current students and students that are going to come behind you in years to come? Take the lead. Find your power. Bring the money, education, put it together, and be the power. Thank you.